Alright guys, show you game between these two teenagers, Dardha and Murzin. Dardha is a Belgian player and Murzin is from Russia. I recently learned that there is some sense in learning how these teenagers play because uh, yeah, the idea was that especially young players they look for lines I don't know, like which are best for for game, not for like stable advantage, yeah, but their coaches they learn them to fight, to go into like adventurous position, yeah, to try something not new, yeah, but not necessarily for a big advantage, but to learn how to play, how to think, and things like that. So that's why it's interesting to follow these young players. Um, okay, so let's check the game. It's first round of the challengers in Tata Steel. D4, D5. C6, Slav defense, knight f3, this is the main line, and e6, which transpose to like semi-Slav. Slav, let's say takes is more common, I think 3, queen c2, b6, so as I understand, black is not going to play for takes and b5, and they want to have more solid position. Knight to b5, bishop b4. So probably this all theory, yeah, I would already ready to resign, but it seems that black is exactly in time to play castles and avoid this nasty fork and castles. So when I was a kid, I was really afraid of these positions with black, and I see that a lot of grandmasters play it because they somehow learn hard way that there is no other way to keep equal position, to keep it not equal but slightly worse and defend, because if you play actively against d4 like Grunfeld or King's Indian defense, you of course get more exciting game, but the result is not positive most likely. Bishop a6, naturally black wants to exchange these bishops. A4, queen e7, so black takes the c file. Bishop d3. I'm not sure why white didn't play bishop d3, but I think in these positions it's more natural to have the bishop here much quicker. I think the problem is also with this bishop on e2 that you want to put it here so that queen protects it, and if you play this you can at some point defend this bishop on e2. Okay, so Volodar played back, a6 and rook to c1. I think still white get like retains quite big advantage. They have this e4 idea. They push on this b6 pawn, and you cannot play b5 really because pawn takes. So white has a quite big bind against the black. And a5. So a5 engine thinks that it's a mistake because of the b5, and this flank becomes more solid for black, and also black gets this c4 square potentially available for their pieces. So pinning the knight, b3, and knight to a2. So already both players are in quite time trouble, and they keep fighting for the c file. Rook c1. Normally you cannot avoid this exchange of rooks. h6, need to make luft. So white finally decided to attack, and actually when it's quite big risk for black, I think, to let white first start the offense. But Volodar probably calculated, so he offered this exchange of queens. Queen to e7. White wants to keep the queen attacking these pieces, and kind of says that he controls the c1 square, so he has more time to develop the attack. And this was a mistake according to engine. He should have taken this bishop, but probably in the time trouble he missed that this is not losing for white because of this, and the queen returns back defending the bishop. So he played this to exchange the queens, and Volodar just took the pawn. So this b5 pawn decides the game. Queen to c1. And knight to c5, like counter-attacking. So notice that this bishop is attacked and this knight is attacked. Queen a2, took the rook, and there is basically only one winning move here for black, and this move is quite amazing. b4. So Volodar had only 1.5 minutes. It's moved to 33. Like 7 minutes to time control, but he calculated quickly that he can give up this bishop and this pawn just walks. So let's take it, take the, and nothing white really can do because this check doesn't do anything, and you cannot return. Even if black plays b2, then they can defend with the g6, and knight also not in time to sacrifice itself for the pawn. Okay, so b4. So queen takes. Now white already down 2 pawns, and black just pushes the pawns. So if he takes, if he takes here, then it's bishop takes, queen takes, and queen b8, and pawn just marching in. Okay, so white tries to create some attack, even though they understand they're completely lost. And g6 trying to open this light squares. Queens, check, and king to f8. If takes, it's also winning because e8 square is protected by the bishop. So quite good game. Both players had some winning chances, but Volodar showed that he, as a young player, he calmly defended a slightly worse position and then found his chance to win. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.